For 7 days, they have lived by the rhythm of the herd. They have watched the great sea-restless heads of the Edmontosaurus dip to graze in the lowlands, learned the sound of their knowing calls, and mapped their daily migration from the river to the safety of the open plains. The plan is a masterpiece of patience and terrain, the pinnacle of the Sunstone Clan's cooperative hunting strategy. The beaters are hidden in the west, the flankers and the tall grasses to the north. Grak, the hunt leader, lies with the killing party, concealed behind a lip of rock overlooking the narrow ravine they have spent a week widening, a natural choke point that will turn the herd stampede into a feast. Weeks of gnawing hunger have been poured into this single, perfect moment. It is the moment Ren chooses to destroy. He is young, his spear still clean of a true kill. The alpha bull of the herd, a scarred giant, raises its head, sniffing the air. It is still too far. The signal has not been given, but Ren sees his moment of glory. He sees the story he will tell around the fire. He shifts his weight, just a fraction, to get a better angle for his throw. His foot dislodges as a single, small stone. It is a tiny sound, a whisper against the vast backdrop of the plains. But it is enough. The alpha's head snaps in his direction. Its alarm call is a deafening honk that rips through the quiet air, and the world becomes thunder. The ground trembles. The herd, a moving wall, a mottled green fresh weighing more than all the men in the clan combined, does not panic into the ravine. It turns a single, terrified organism and stampedes away, back toward the open wastes. The beaters rise from their concealment, shouting in fury and frustration, but they are trying to turn back a river with their bare hands. Grak does not move. He simply watches their winter food supply, their children's survival, their own future, vanish in a cloud of brown dust. The tremor of a single, impatient step has shaken their world to its foundations. It is an emotional turning point born not of a predator's attack, but of a boy's pride. The hunters regroup on the overlook. No one speaks. The silence is a heavy stone in the air, pressing down on them. Then at Ren, who stands apart, his head bowed, his knuckles white on the shaft of his useless spear. He cannot meet their eyes, cannot face the hollow-cheeked glares that promise a winter of starvation. Grak finally walks over to him. He does not shout. His voice is quiet, colder than the wind that now whips dust into their faces. His words flat and hard. Look around you, boy. This is what it looks like. This is all you have given us. He turns and begins the long, silent walk back to the caves, leaving Ren alone with the ghosts of the herd and the crushing weight of his failure. The return to the caves is worse than the failure itself. The waiting clan reads the disaster in the hunter's empty hands and slumped shoulders before a word is spoken. The simmering anger is a tangible thing, a heat that rises from the group and settles on Rhiannon's bowed head. He is made to sit alone, away from the central fire, the hollow space around him an accusation more potent than any shout. The weight of dozens of hungry eyes is a physical force. This is the brutal social contract of their time, a community point where the mistake of one becomes the burden of all. Whispers follow him like smoke, sharp and venomous. Exile. Let the wastes have him. Let the saber-troll be his judge. It is the simple, clean solution. The tribe is a body, and he is a diseased limb to be cut off before the rot spreads. Grak listens to the whispers. He watches the clan's elders sharpen their flint knives with a slow, deliberate rhythm, their work a quiet verdict. He understands the anger. It is his own. The gnawing emptiness in his gut is a testament to the boy's failure. This is the law of the deep Pleistocene. You do not waste a kill. You do not endanger the clan for a moment of personal glory. Exile is justice. But as he looks at Ren, a boy barely old enough to grow a beard, shivering not from the cold, but from shame, Grak sees something else. He sees a pair of strong legs that can run for days. He sees shoulders that could one day carry the weight of an elk. He sees a future hunter squandered. This is the leader's calculus, a moment of pure foresight. To cast the boy out is to satisfy the clan's immediate hunger for retribution, but it is to starve its future. An exiled boy is a lesson to no one but the scavengers that find his corpse. A trained hunter is a resource for a lifetime. He waits until the moon is high and the anger has cooled to a hard, cold resentment. He walks to where Ren sits, the boy's spear lying on the ground beside him, a monument to his failure. Grak picks it up, testing its balance. He runs a thumb over the razor's sharp point, a perfect piece of lithic technology that took days to nap and haft. This is not a toy for chasing glory, Grak says, his voice a low growl. It is the difference between a full belly and a shallow grave, and nearly given us the second. He doesn't offer comfort. He offers the truth, sharp and cold as the flint in his hand. Ren flinches but does not look up. Grak tosses the spear back onto the dirt at Rn's feet. The Khan wants you gone. They are right to want it. He pauses, letting the finality of the sentence hang in the frigid air. But a body thrown to the wolves teaches the other pups nothing. You will not be exiled. Ren looks up, a flicker of hope in his eyes, but Grak crushes it instantly. You will be broken. Then you will learn what this is for. Pick it up. We hunt at dawn. Dawn cracks the horizon, bleeding purple and orange across a landscape that offers no comfort. Grak leads Ren away from the caves, not toward the open plains where herds roam, but into the jagged, broken badlands to the east. It is a place of ambush predators and treacherous footing, a place they hunt only out of sheer desperation. Grak carries only his spear and a water skin. He has forbidden Ren from bringing anything more. This is not a hunt for food, a brutal rite of passage delivered at the point of a spear. Their quarry is not the lumbering Edmontosaurus, but a creature of pure aggression, a demon of the Badlands, a lone bull Pachycephalosaurus. They track it for hours. Grak points out the signs Ren, in his eagerness, would have missed: a sapling stripped bare of bark, a distinctively shaped dropping, the deep, circular indentation in the hardened mud where the bull has practiced its charge. It does not run. Grak murmurs, his voice barely a whisper on the wind. It waits. It challenges. He taps his own forehead. And so must you. They find it in a small clearing, its magnificent domed skull. A battering ram of solid bone, lowered menacingly. It watches them with small, intelligent eyes already pawing the ground. It is smaller than the beasts Ren dreamed of killing, but infinitely more dangerous in this close terrain. The herd ran because you showed yourself, Grak states, his eyes never leaving the bull. This one will not run. You will learn the price of being seen. He orders Ren to circle to the creature's flank while he draws its attention. This is the heart of the lesson. It is an act of trust, a dangerous form of altruism, where Grak puts his own life on the line to teach the boy. Rn's job is not to kill. Rn's job is not to kill, but to wait for the precise moment the bull commits to a charge, exposing the softer flesh of its neck and ribs. Grak roars, a challenger's cry, and the Pachycephalosaurus answers with a bellow of its own. It charges. The ground shakes. It is a blur of muscle and bone aimed directly at Grak's chest. Ren feels the old urge, the burning need to prove himself, to hurl his spear. But Grak's words echo in his mind. Wait for the turn. He holds his breath, his knuckles bloodless on the spear shaft. Grak, impossibly, holds his ground until the last possible second, then leaps aside. The bull thunders past, unable to stop its momentum, and for a single heartbeat its flank is exposed. Now Grak bellows. Ren does not hesitate. His spear flies true, sinking deep behind the bull's shoulder. The beast stumbles, roars in pain and fury, and collapses. Ren stands over the kill, his body trembling not with fear, but with the adrenaline of a lesson learned in the shadow of death. Grak retrieves his spear and walks to the boy. He says nothing. He simply takes Rn's flint knife, cuts a shallow line on the boy's cheekbone, and smears the cut with the blood of the kill. This is your name now, Grak says, his voice no longer cold, but forged into something new. It is not glory. It is patience. They do not carry much of the meat back. The kill was never the point. They return to the caves as the sun sets, the small offering of meat a token, but the lesson it carries is a feast that will feed the clan for generations. Ren walks with his head held high, the fresh scar on his face a mark not of shame, but of rebirth. They see the quiet understanding that now exists between the old hunter and the young one, and the whispers of exile die like embers in the wind. Grak did not just save a boy, he forged a hunter. He chose the hard path of mentorship over the easy path of vengeance, ensuring the clan's greatest weapon, its shared knowledge, passed from one generation to the next, would not be broken. This is the subtle, powerful engine of human evolution, a process driven not just by the sharpening of stone, but by the shaping of minds. The survival of these ancient humans depends not on the strength of one, but on the wisdom of the whole, a chain of experience linking the past to the future, ensuring the fire of their knowledge is never, ever allowed to go out. Patience is a weapon. Memory is a map. Survival is the only story worth telling. And in the dark of the cave, a child begins to draw the shape of a domed-headed beast on the wall.